Welcome to the Rick Helps Real Estate Show. April 1st is approaching, and I'm seeing some stuff that I want to share with you. As you know, I've been kind of guessing, spitballing, predicting a spike in expired listings on April 1st. So you're going to want to come back for that. The reason I say that is I think that, and based on a survey that I did as well, that a lot of people listed their home January 1st and said, well, let's see how we do in the next 90 days. If it doesn't sell, I'm going to let it expire. And that will all come to fruition on April 1st. And if I'm wrong, it will kind of change the dynamics going into summer. If I'm right, it's going to be very interesting. And I'm going to show you why, because it's interesting. What I'm seeing now is canceled listings are increasing, not by a lot, but enough to kind of make a difference. You know, they were about 400 or 500 every 7 days. Now they're like 690. And canceled listings are almost the same as expireds. People going, just take it off the market. I'm done. I tried. So I'm going to share some data with you here. Now, I track this every day and every day when I can. And look at this. See this blue line? This is, we've been hovering around, or this dark black line. We've been hovering around 3,000 contracts every 7 days. And right now we popped up to 3,200, but the number of new listings has come down. And the reason it's come down is new listings kind of dropped a little bit and canceled went up. Expireds are still low, about 175. And these lines have almost met. Now, when those two lines meet, remember, it's all about supply versus demand. It's not about how many listings are out there or how many sales they are. It's the relationship between the two. Because you can see here that our listings are climbing, and I predicted we'd be at 26,000. We're at 25,120. This is only going to go up by about 300 or 400 when this chart is updated Monday or Tuesday. I'll be close to 26,000. I'll take it. But that in and of itself doesn't really mean anything. I mean, we could say, wow, it's increased by 45%. True. But where are sales? And where that comes out, interestingly enough, is in months of supply. And that's been going down. Now that's going to go down because of the very first Excel spreadsheet chart that I showed you. That gap between new listings and new contracts is tightening up a little bit. If we get a huge spike in expired listings, those lines are going to cross. Whole different ball game then. Not major, maybe about by 2,000, 3,000 homes. I don't know. At the end of December, our expired spiked up to 2,500. That was pretty significant. But look at this, though. Months of supply after hitting a peak of 5.0 on the 25th of January has now gone down to 3.7. Normal is considered normal is 4 to 6 months, and we're at 3.7. Not everywhere. Maricopa's tough. Buckeye, some areas of Queen Creek. And again, it depends on the house, depends on the price point, etc. People are still trying. Take a look at this on price changes. Wow, these are price cuts. 3,654 compared to 3,349. So we are seeing some adjustments out there. Sellers are saying it's not working. Let's lower the price. Let's see what happens. But not all of them. Some of them are kind of staying put. The rate of contributions to closing costs is still hovering about 10,000. Now, this is the new listings by day, month to date. So it's showing here that we are at 7,559 for the month compared to last year at 6,900. Ironically, it's still got us tied with 2014, like that's some kind of magic number. There we are right here, 7,668. So new listings, although they have increased versus back here, they're not really outpacing what I would consider normal times. This you can't consider normal at here. This is the wheels falling off the wagon, as we've said before. So I don't expect to see anything earth-shattering on new listings. Average list price per square foot under $1 million. You can see that they've come down. This is a direct relationship with the price changes that I showed you on an earlier chart. People are adjusting their price. You're seeing on that chart, and you're seeing it here. People are lowering their prices. Now, there are some buyers out there that think that they can get ridiculously low offers accepted, and I will tell you, no, you won't. Not yet. You need desperation for that to happen. We don't have desperation. We have people testing the market. We have a segment of people that have to sell, job relocation, divorce, etc. But there's not this upscale, enormous number of desperation that's out there going, please give me anything for my house. I'll take it. If that's the offer you're writing, it's dead on arrival. I'm sorry to tell you that, but that's what we're seeing. It is what it is. Here's the average sales price per square foot for everything in the market. Notice how that number is not going down, except I think I saw that climbing down on condos. And I'm going to take that right here and look and hit that. Yes, look at that. Condos, you've had a rough month. Condos are getting the living daylights beat out of them on average price per square foot. Now, if I look at all and I take out above $1 million, let me remove those here for you. And let's see what's happening to average price per square foot now. And we can see that there's a slight dip, but not going up like we saw, because that was price per square foot is being driven by luxury homes. So they're doing quite well. The stock market kind of shook things up the other day, past few weeks, I should say. And that hasn't slowed down that market yet. It takes a little more consistency for that to happen. So when you look overall in the market on price per square foot and median, just keep in mind that that segment is moving some numbers. And but it's not a large amount of homes that are out there. So it's a very interesting and dynamic market. Now, what do I expect for next week? As I said, expireds, I think, are going to spike. If they spike, what's that tell you? That tells you don't expect a lot of new listings coming into summer. It's not going to happen. The people that let their listings expire are not going to turn around in June and go, well, let me try it again. Everybody's waiting for that magic mortgage rate that's going to be in the fives. I don't see it. I don't see it happening. The bond market doesn't see it happening. The central bank says, well, we're not going to lower anything. We're kind of waiting. We're trying to see what's going to happen with tariffs, yada, yada, yada. Everybody's nervous. We're looking at the jobs data. They're looking. Everybody's sitting back and looking. The feds are looking. The bond market is looking. Buyers are looking. Sellers are looking. Nobody's moving. We're stuck. So they're going to wait. They're going to wait it out. I don't think they're going to react in June. A lot of people like to list their homes, in May, because our schools, believe it or not, start about the second, third week of July here in the Valley. And they like to get moved before school starts. So sometimes there's a little bit of an uptick in listings in May. Not sure I'm going to see that this year, but tune in, especially April 1st. Let's see if I'm right or wrong. Thanks for watching. Have any questions, shoot me an email, rick@rickhelps.com. Take care.